face back to another video. The time we have all been waiting for, E3 of course, is here, and the game we are all anticipated for is just dropping cool shit like absolute crazy. Honestly, what you guys see in the background of course is new gameplay. I'm assuming anyway you guys have seen the stuff that was revealed yesterday from like the story mission gameplay in the background. We also got like the full 10-minute clip as well today from what again was showed yesterday, but there is a whole bunch of cool things that have been revealed that is just shocking, honestly, unexpected, and what a way to start off E3. So just to give you guys a little recap on one of the main things that is driving a lot of people crazy is the appearance at E3 in general. So the gameplay you see in the background, the story. First of all, the main thing is of course the raft. So all the past bad guys are there, and then kabam, they are just all loose now. So the villains that are confirmed, we got Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Mr. Negative, Shocker. There is just a ton of cool bad guys in this, and they just tackle Spider-Man down like he is literally nothing, like he is just the weakest man going, or should I say Spider going, and it just seemed super cool because it then was left on a cliffhanger with a mysterious villain. Now this mysterious villain can be anyone, so just to give you again a recap on the situation, it was Mr. Negative did tell the other guys that, remember, he said not to kill him. So that instantly confirms that the villain is going to be a male, and of course he's above all these guys because they're taking orders by this mysterious leader. So we've seen Kingpin, we've seen Shocker, so it can't be them, otherwise this character simply wouldn't be a surprise reveal. Whether or not we're going to see this character at E3, I have no idea, but there are a ton of possibilities on who it could be. We know it's someone close or someone who's had a previous connection with Spider-Man, because when he recognized the villain, he did say, "Wait, you?" and sounded super surprised, confused, and I guess a little hurt. So that kind of goes on to what I was saying, that is likely someone he didn't expect because they have some type of personal connection to him, possibly as Peter Parker. You know, it might just not be Spider-Man in general. So what it could be, or who it could be, at least thrown off the bat anyway, my idea is the Green Goblin. That would be a cool villain to have. It could be Dr. Octopus, again, someone else that's super cool. You want to go back to the previous ones like the Ultimate Spider Slayer, you got Alistair Smith, Mysterio, Quentin Beck, that's another cool villain. So there are a few old school ones, but I want you guys to get in the comment section below and let me know who you would like it to be. But aside from being a regular member of Sinister Six teams in the comics, of course, Mysterio is a different kind of villain that would make for some interesting gameplay in my personal opinion. You know, kind of having that master of illusion and, you know, trickery, I guess you could say. So definitely something that will challenge you throughout the game. That would be interesting, again, unexpected at the same time. Now, that being said, we then got, of course, the other gameplay that was like a 10-minute solo clip, just raw gameplay of free roaming around the game. But one thing that is definitely confirmed is the Avengers Tower. So this comes from Shaq News. The full article is in the description below. One of those guys were playing the demo because it is playable at E3, of course, and they were just swinging around through New York City, and then bam, they did spot the Avengers Tower. Now, we know this is something that has been in the game since God knows when, right? It's not something brand new. However, seeing it in gameplay is definitely something brand new, because we saw it in a trailer, I think like a very small glimpse from when it was first announced, but seeing it in like raw footage and everything kind of like being realistically like New York as well, because that's another thing that people have been discussing, like, you know, the density of the map and the real feel for New York City. So that's super interesting, but what you definitely don't get is the Avengers Tower. So whether or not the Avengers are going to be, you know, allies in the game or simply NPCs as an Easter egg, I have no idea. I would love them to be allies, that would be cool, and if that is the case, again, something we have to see at E3 or when they leave E3. It has to be before, because I know people tell me, you know, it's just an Easter egg, but if it's just an Easter egg, to just drop it in there, it's something too cool, and it's cool as an Easter egg, but it's something too cool for you just to go ahead and show just simply out in the open like that. It's got to be more to that. So as always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because what they are doing right now is just giving us a whole long list of mythical things, honestly, because we just are dangling. We are more or less dangling. Now, the 10-minute gameplay video, which was super cool, by the way, again, is in the background. You get to fight Shocker, of course, in the bank and all that stuff. One thing that really stood out to me was the gameplay controls. So there were stages at the very beginning, I think, so you guys again will see it in the background, but there was an option where you can hold to yank an enemy. I do love the idea of that. So the hold to yank button is a button. It's like they're going away, literally web them up, hold the yank button and bring their ass to you, and then just literally continuously punch them up into the sky before you just slam them down and web them up. We then have the launch button, and of course the activate suit's power. Now, we all know about the suit power stuff in this specific gameplay video. As far as I'm aware, this is just the standard basic Spider-Man suit. So in terms of like activating the Spider-Man power, we haven't yet seen, but we do see that as an option when he's fighting the bad guys, going through that side mission essentially and going through those waves. We also know there's still a mystery suit yet to be revealed, so that I feel is something that's going to come at E3. That's definitely got to be one of the final things to be revealed. But that is more or less all the information we have right now. Of course, we are going to have so much more come our way, but as it currently stands, the gameplay is just shocking. It has seriously surprised a ton of people. The game looks flawless. They are definitely on the right track, and it looks like by far one of the best Spider-Man games to ever be created. So big well done to Insomniac Games. Like I say, you guys get in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on who that mystery villain is going to be. Is there anything specific you want to see at E3 as well? Mine is definitely some Peter Parker gameplay, which I've been yapping on about for a long freaking time, but it's something we all want to see, and definitely the Avengers situation, because with the Avengers Tower, I feel like Insomniac has definitely kind of like ignored that. They know people have spotted it, but they are just not really taking acknowledgement to people's, findings on the Avengers Tower. So that leads me to believe there's something bigger up their sleeve that again is just gonna shock every single person, and I cannot wait to see that stuff. But guys, that's gonna wrap up this video here. If you've missed any of the previous ones, there is a Spider-Man playlist in the description below. Of course, do not forget to follow me on Twitter. Maybe there's something you spotted in the gameplay that I didn't, and you feel maybe a lot of other people didn't as well. If that is the case, then let me know in the comments or tweet me. But I will see you in the next one. Until then, subscribe for more awesome content. Have a great day, and adios amigos.